y'all want to know what's crazy, man? Nintendo Switch 2 is on the way, right? But the original OG Nintendo Switch, this thing is almost like 7 years old. I thought today I would share some somewhat unrealistic expectations, and some of these expectations also come from the general public online as well, because as y'all know, we Nintendo fans have the most unrealistic, Mr. Fantastic reaching expectations known to man. No, everybody's talking about power when it comes to Nintendo Switch, and honestly, I don't know how to feel about it. Everyone was discussing how Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be on par with the PlayStation 4 Pro, how this was going to be on par with the Xbox Series X and S. And I could see performance in terms of the Series S, but I just can't see performance on the Pro model. As we all know, Nintendo has never really been about power. It's always been about creating the experience, the game style, the play. You know, we've heard it 100 times before from Shigeru Miyamoto and, you know, the greats over at Nintendo. It just seems like having a PlayStation 4 Pro performance expectation in the system is unrealistic. We've already kind of seen the leaks anyways, and a lot of this is going to be on par with the PlayStation 4, which is still absolutely insane for a current day Nintendo console. To have a current day Nintendo Switch console with performance of like a PlayStation 4, if not a little bit more, is absolutely insane. And this just opens the door for so much more in terms of performance, gameplay looks, and it offers so many things that developers have been holding back on, or have just been trying to build around with the, you know, old pile of rubbish that this system really is. Themes. Oh my God, bro. It has been almost 7 years. We got an announcement of GTA 6. We got a new president. We got through one president already, and we still didn't get a single upgrade to themes for Nintendo Switch. It's the same two plain colors, black and white, that have been on there since launch day, and I thought Nintendo would at least do something to make this better. And I really hope that with this new console, they have some type of customization, or at least allow us to have a better UI when it comes to the home screen and to things like the eShop. Because I miss the little jingles that were there, especially with the Nintendo 3DS, that in its mid to later life had the best customization, the best themes of any console that I've ever seen come out of Nintendo. It was just packed full of life, it was packed full of interest, and it was amazing to see this console coming through with all these different kinds of themes that you could make. And then of course when Homebrew got added, people went crazy with the themes as well. I could speak on and on and on about how I miss proper themes every single day, but Nintendo needs to know they have a console with more power, and with that power they could just add a better UI and people would be so satisfied with that. Please, Nintendo, make it happen. I want to see more out of this plain Jane system that we've been seeing for 7 years.
The Nintendo Switch 2.
It's not fun, why bother?
People are talking a lot about video games when it comes to the Switch as well. You know, even though it's going to be on par with that of a PlayStation 4 and have more enhanced power, people are all of a sudden thinking that we're going to get games like GTA 6, which I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't think that that's going to happen in terms of GTA 6. Now, it could. We know that Nintendo has some of the best compression editors when it comes to people going on their system. I mean, the games that people have been able to churn out for this system alone, and it should have been impossible. It happened though. It happened. Look at every Xenoblade game. Look at, you know, again, I'm gonna reference the Witcher thing because like that's insane that this game even runs without the Switch blowing up in its face. And I think it's possible for people at Nintendo, the third-party companies that have the right access to the console and the dev kits, can squeeze down a game and compress it to run as a AAA title on Nintendo Switch 2, but I still feel like some titles will get held back. For granted though, I think Nintendo will be able to take their first party titles and boost them to levels we've never seen before. Like this new Pokemon game, gonna be crazy. I'm just saying that right now. They took the best region and they made it a Legends game. It's over, bro. They've won the year. It's gonna be the best. Upgradeability has always been important for me. Like with the PlayStation 4 to the 5, at least for me, that felt like a seamless transition. It did take some time to get a lot of these games ready for the HD upscale, and of course it did cost funds. Some of it was free, some of it wasn't, but it was nice to see that you could seamlessly upgrade a PlayStation 4 game with its old disc to a 5 game and have that boost in graphics and performance. And that's what I want to see out of Nintendo. I feel like it's unrealistic because Nintendo likes to, look forward instead of look back and upgrade. But if they have this system, right, and it's seamless and it's backwards compatible, why not give it the ability to give it a patch that would make games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, even Link's Awakening, because that game had really rough performance issues on launch, or just any really good game that's on the system, give it a boost. I would love to see that from Nintendo, and hopefully they add that in for the system and it's seamless and it's not BS like some of the old systems they had in their past consoles. I just want that to happen, and I feel like it's a little unrealistic because Nintendo really doesn't do that type of thing, but they don't normally name their Nintendo Switch consoles 2 or 2 this, 2 that either. So we'll see what happens. Affordability. A lot of people are thinking that affordability for this system is going to be rough. They think that this console is going to be like $500. I would be shocked if it was $500. Okay, I still think that it's going to be about $400, $450, and that they might have select models available that could allow you to go up or down with your price range to meet what you want. Nintendo has never really been too crazy on going too high with prices. They really did that with Nintendo 3DS, but then they learned hard and they had to backpedal, and it costed them a lot of time on the market. So I feel like Nintendo has learned and they're being very careful with the pricing, and that's why we're waiting all the way to April so we can get the final term, the final numbers of how much this is going to be. I don't think Nintendo wants to repeat Sony's events when they first unveiled the PlayStation 3 a long time ago.
It requires huge financial investment, $599 US, but we must take risks to reap the rewards.
First on CNBC, we welcome Jack Tretton, who is the president and CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment America. You're 7 months into the sales cycle for PS3, and you're cutting prices. Why?
But again, that's a couple of my unrealistic expectations, not only from myself, but from what I've been seeing from people online as well. I would love to hear some of your realistic or unrealistic expectations for Nintendo Switch 2. It's a very exciting time that we're living in. Not every day do we hear that we get a new generation of console. Well, actually, that was every day last year for the end of the year, but you get what I mean. It's a new time, it's a new generation, new console, and there's a lot of things to be excited about, and there's a lot of things worth waiting for. And I would love to hear what you guys think about Nintendo Switch 2 down in the comments below as well. I'm gonna try my best to help people get this console this year. When it came to the PlayStation 5 back when it released, I was a heavy hitter on information, but I missed the mark after release, and that's when a lot of people really needed the console. So I wanna try and deliver up on that promise and fix up some things that I failed on back then. So be on the lookout for a couple of guides on how you can get the next iteration of Nintendo Switch as well. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support, and peace out.